So the question is, what's the difference between deferred action and the DREAM Act?
So for those of you who don't know, deferred action is basically, I guess I want to say it's like a step in the right direction, but it's not really quite there yet. It's the DREAM Act really is a path towards citizenship, as where deferred action is more of a here's some more privileges, but we can't really quite get you everything you need. But deferred action gives us the ability to work by giving us a work permit, and we can apply for a social security number after that. And with those, we have some more privileges open for us. However, we are not given the chance to apply for residency or citizenship.
That's pretty much it.
Any other questions?
And I think it's also the fear of not being deported.
Right. Yeah.
They the dreamers cannot be deported. I think that the other positive thing, I don't know, maybe some of you could speak about that, but it's even though they knew that when you're in high school, you feel protected within the schools, but there's also a fear of deportation, especially if you speak out. Imagine how brave these students are for them to say, this is who I am. And so there was the fear of deportation. Right now, the dreamers that qualified within a certain age, with the deferred action, they are not going to be deported. So that's one of the, at least, relief that they have. Yes?
I guess deferred action also, it's not, okay, so it's not really a policy or anything, it's not a law, so it can be taken away pretty much whenever. So it's not like we're dreamers are gonna turn 15 and then for like years and years on and get their work permits and be able to apply for social security number. It's sort of just a little program that for now, we have 2 years, and then after 2 years, if it doesn't get renewed, then we're back to square one. So we have to keep fighting for an act or an immigration reform.
Okay, oh, yes, question? Do you want to use the mic? All right. Yeah, stand up and ask your question.
Okay, so between the DREAM project that's happening in Arlington, what is the difference between the project and the act? Because is it similar things just in a very isolated spot in Arlington, or does it do different things? Is there,
The DREAM project, and we use the word dream because for us, when we use dreamers, dream, the DREAM project, here you can have more information, is a non-profit organization. It's just an organization. And this organization will raise funds, and any of you that want to contribute, to provide scholarships to students. Last year we provided 14 scholarships, but it's only partial scholarships, like $2,000 or $1,000. But at the same time, they have the opportunity of mentoring. We have here one of our interns. They mentor the students in the sense that when they're going through their application process, some of them get some support in saying, well, you can apply to this school or not apply to that school. For example, University of Virginia doesn't even look at the application of a student. And so this is something that the students know, that they are not going to be applying to University of Virginia. So what else would you say about how has the DREAM project helped you? Maybe you can.
Well, the DREAM project, I think it's a great organization because it's not just giving you money basically. It's helping you. It's got a mentorship program, so it's just integrating everything we can to help undocumented youth toward their path for higher education, which is one of the main goals, and I think it's a great goal. So it's different to answer your question in a way because the DREAM project is more to help the local community. And the DREAM Act is more of a national state, or not just a national, it's, I guess, a bill act. So
I knew the DREAM project, I felt very alone. Like I knew that there were a lot of more people like me statistically, but I had never really met anyone. And I didn't know Dr. Mabilan Sanchez or Lizette or Henry or really anyone who like supported us or was in my own shoes. So it really gave me like a sense of community, of like a sense that like you're not alone, and there are people doing this just like you. Do you want to say?
Okay, thank you. We do have a couple people who work in community organizations helping immigrants, and I'd like to bring them up. Thank you guys again.
Hi, my name is Christy Turner. I'm a lawyer at Hogar Immigrant Services. It's a part of Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Arlington. I practice only immigration law, and at our office we've been doing a lot of deferred action applications. So I'm happy to hear your questions kind of about the program, about the requirements. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. Also, in the program, there's a link to our website. You can check on our website to find out how to make an appointment with one of us individually. We can give you a consultation about your specific situation, even if it's not related to the DREAM Act or deferred action, but you kind of want to ask about maybe your chances for the future in general, or maybe your parents' immigration status or whatever. And again, we're also doing a lot of deferred action applications, so if that's something that you haven't done already, or you qualify, or you think you may qualify, or you know someone who qualifies, feel free to refer them to us and we can help.
Hi, my name is Edgar Aranda. I am the chair of the Virginia Coalition of Latino Organizations. First of all, it is really an honor to be here, and Dr. Emma Viola. She is the first Latina to be the chair of the board of the school board of Arlington. So it is great. It feels great to be here, actually. Thank you. So that's the inspiration that we all should follow. But first, we need to pass the DREAM Act. We need to get the DREAM Act in that order. I am sure many of you who are today testifying for the first time will be great politicians. And we'll both get elected, and you will be one of the people who will follow you. So this is the hope. That's what we want to accomplish. So with the Virginia Coalition of Latino Organizations, what we do is we organize our community, especially the Latino community and the immigrant community. We also organize summits like this one, but where we call advocates statewide, because it is important that we organize statewide in order to win issues nationally. So I will be talking about what is the DREAM Act, the difference between the DREAM Act and the DREAM like Maryland, or issues like in-state tuition, because it is very important that you understand that difference. Because if you are fighting for the DREAM Act, definitely is a fight national, but like in-state tuition is local. So I will be talking more once we begin this discussion.
I gathered some questions that I've heard from students that other students have asked me, so I can ask those questions, but I want to make sure you guys, if you have a chance, don't be shy. Anything? Yes, Lizette.
To a lawyer, I know lawyers are charging for a deferred action application. What's like a good price? I know nonprofits are free or near free, but what's a good price for private lawyers?
I don't know if I could say like what's a good price for a private lawyer. I think you can get just as high quality legal services from a nonprofit. Our organization, we're charging $50 for the initial consultation, okay, which kind of covers like pretty much like 1 hour consultation to see if you're eligible for anything else, because sometimes the person who's coming in turns out they're eligible for some other kind of immigration benefit that they didn't even know about beyond deferred action. So we make sure we kind of like go through someone's history. We ask you a lot of questions to make sure that maybe there's something else that someone qualifies for. And then for the follow-up application for the entire deferred action application, we're charging $150. So it's the $150 plus the $50 for a total of $200. It's, you know, I know it's a substantial amount of money for a lot of people. If it's too much, if it's something that the family is unable to pay, we can also give a fee waiver in some circumstances if someone can show that they just can't pay the fee. I don't know a lot about what private attorneys are charging, but I think it could be as high as, you know, $1,000, more than $1,000. Again, I don't think it's necessarily worth paying, you know, a private attorney to do the application, because I think our organization or one of the other nonprofits who's doing them is going to do at least a good of a job, and we're not there to make money. We're there to serve the community, and, you know, not to take their money. So.
And how much does the deferred action application cost besides the legal fees?
It is $465 total.
And also, I work with Legal Aid Justice Center. I am organizers coordinator. What we do is we don't charge any dollar, but what we do is just we see if you are complying with the requirements. We will guide you, but we cannot sign. So that will save you a lot of time and money.
I have a question for Bacalao. Could you share with the audience what are the challenges in Virginia? And for example, will your organization or Hogar Hispano, will they be helping to advocate that the deferred action students can pay in-state tuition in Virginia?
Thank you for that question. Definitely, we held a meeting last week with Delegate Alfonso Lopez, and he will introduce again the state tuition bill, which is the DREAM Act, or the DREAM, Virginia DREAM. So we will have that bill, which means this bill is targeting only the state tuition. Right now, every person who is eligible for the DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, they have to pay. They have to pay as they are out of state, so which is not beneficial. So the only way to get this benefit is passing the state tuition bill. So we are organizing already. So we are holding meetings with different organizations statewide to move that bill. We don't have a lot of hope actually, because last year was introduced and it died really fast. But Alfonso Lopez said that he will introduce over and over and over. And we already talked with a senator also, and he will introduce also another bill similar. So we will have two bills in the Senate and also the House of Delegates. So it will be great if you are all engaged, because that's the process of how you are engaged. And you have to be one of the persons who really move. You have the energy. And we can organize activities, but you have the energy. And you have to join.
One question that I've heard a lot. Okay, one question I've heard a lot from students is, why should students who are here without documentation, if their parents aren't paying taxes, you know, why should they get benefits? Why should they get in-state tuition? Could some of you or one of you speak to how that is a myth? I know that Michaela talked about the myth that immigrants do not, illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants don't pay taxes. I hear that a lot, and it's not true. Can we speak to that a little bit?